Hi everyone, we are back again with another GardenCast, and today we're going to have a little bit of a twist, maybe even a lemon twist. I'm here with a couple of great guests. We've got Max, who's been on the show before.
Hey, I'm Max, I've been on the show before.
And John, he's been on the show. You know him as the trivia guy and also the stats guy. That's our panel. I'm Nolan, and we are ready to jump right in, so let's get started.
During the summers growing up, Pete, Dan, and I were inseparable. Now we still get together, only with a few extra in tow.
Perfect for summer, Olive Garden brings you two new dishes with a fresh lemon twist. New grilled lemon herb chicken, marinated to perfection. And new shrimp limone, both in a zesty lemon garlic herb sauce, served with endless salad and breadsticks.
So maybe we're growing older, but we're definitely not growing up.
Olive Garden. When you're here, you're family.
Wow, they're definitely not growing up.
Yeah, that's a real classic one right there, I tell you.
This is a pretty vintage commercial with a lot of elements at play.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about family. We've seen family before, but I don't think we've ever seen family on display quite as much as it is here.
Yeah, and it seems to me like we're getting at least double the dad, probably more. Is it a triple dad scenario? I think this is a triple dad scenario.
They've got to all be dads. I mean, you see it right there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's really astounding that, like, when you come to Olive Garden, that you can move past the boundaries that are your own family and really come together with other families. Because when you're at Olive Garden, you're all family.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you're at home, you say, what, a family can only have one dad? Someone might say that to you. You say, no way, I've been to Olive Garden. When you go to Olive Garden, you can have as many as 3 dads at the same time.
Typically when I go to Olive Garden, the first thing I do, sit down at my table, demand to my waitress, I only accept female waitresses, that I get my breadsticks, and then I just start counting off dads.
Absolutely, you got to do the dad count.
Unlimited breadsticks, unlimited dads.
For sure. They're definitely not growing up.
And they're still just as much a bunch of goofs as they've always been, that's for sure.
Love that opening shot there. You see the 3 kids, you think, what are they doing up there? Are they just walking? Are they floating in the air? And then you see they've got a solid dad foundation supporting them in their journey to Olive Garden. John, what's your take on that?
Like, a big part of this is telling you that these dads were kids at one point, and they used to hang out, they used to bond, they used to sit on their dad's shoulders. I think, at least the ones that had dads. They used to sit on their dad's shoulders and hang out and come to Olive Garden. And now they're all grown up with families, still hanging out, still having a family together.
You know, what I would almost like to see with this commercial is if they could have taken it another level, did some CGI or some video magic, panned down again and shown the dads sitting on the shoulders of their dads.
Right. Yeah.
And maybe you could just keep going down and it'll be like a never-ending dad.
Right, it's dads all the way down.
It's like a dad tower.
I do like how it shows the cycle of the family going to Olive Garden and how those kids are one day they're going to be dads themselves and they're still going to be going to Olive Garden.
I was really thinking, about that cycle and how that all plays together and how it relates to this lemon herb crusted chicken. It's about to show it again where they're really grinding that lemon in that sort of cycle-like
that's quite
thing.
The twist.
Really get in there.
Twist
They're
in
getting
this.
there.
Yeah, let's take a look at it right here.
Like, they really... Look how far they get in that lemon.
They really
and
twist
they're
that
squirting
lemon.
out so much juice from there.
The juice is just
going
everywhere.
all over the place.
You could probably put some of that lemon on those breadsticks and get some lemon breadsticks.
Oh, yeah.
I hear that's a thing where people go to Olive Garden and ask for breadsticks with lemon.
And they just twist it all over there, man.
So I'm not, like, usually if I do it, I've only done it a few times, I ask the waitress to do it on every single one, and, like, it's pretty good. It really brings out a lot of the natural flour flavor held within the depths of the sticks.
Yeah, that's definitely a good point about the flavor, because it's definitely a place where you get flavor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's interesting, this commercial, it's got the moms and the dads, but it's definitely focused on the dads.
Oh yeah, it's all about the dads.
Like the moms are there, and they're but they're like in that opening shot, they're behind the dads. Like you barely even see them there. This is a dad focused commercial all the way.
Let's look at this moment coming up here, just where they're talking,
having a chat,
pass food to the moms. Yeah, come. Let me wave my hands here. Look at what we have.
Yeah, like give me that plate back.
Yeah, man. I think they pulled a prank on him there at the end.
See the one, blue dad, right? No.
Was it Blue Dad? I think it was Green Dad.
It was Green Dad. Green Dad was all like, "Oh man, I'm totally gonna prank my friend here. Just gonna do what we always did back as youngins. Just yank his food. He's never gonna see it happening."
And then he catches on.
Oh yeah.
And you see that smirk from the dad.
Yeah,
that
you
pulled the
can
prank.
see in his eyes when he's realizing what's happening to him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can definitely tell that he knows he's been pranked, but all things considering, when he thinks about everything going on right now, he knows he has this relationship with these dads, and he knows the moms do not have that. He's saying, "Come on, give me that plate back, and look at us. We're happy. We're friends. We're family. You're on the outskirts here."
Yeah, he looks like he's having a good time, and he is because he's at Olive Garden, but at the same time, you see it in his eyes, you see it in his face that he wants that food back.
Yeah, no, it's very much like he knows it's a joke, but you can still feel the pain that he feels when he gets taken away.
Yeah, like he knows it's a joke, like, but that's pretty far to go for a joke.
Yeah, like it's a joke, but like you seriously better give him that food back.
Oh yeah. I mean, you talk about that garlic herb sauce, that zesty lemon on there.
Like, I'm sure he's comforted by the fact that there's unlimited soup, salad, and breadsticks, but there's nothing like getting that hot, fiery pasta primavera.
Absolutely,
at the peak of heat.
He's probably thinking that. He's probably got like a clock in his head where he's thinking, I got to eat this when it's hot, it's fresh out of the oven. He's like, when you steal my plate, that's pretty funny, but at the same time, you're costing me time here. That food's cooling down. I got to get that food into my mouth.
I need that food
as soon as possible. Those kids are just having a great time. Look at that kid drumming on his dad's head there.
Like, this is a pretty old and vintage commercial. That, for all we know, that kid grew up to be
a dad as well.
A dad, a drummer, the lead singer of the Foo Fighters. We don't know.
He probably continued his music career though. That's for sure.
Yeah, I bet he plays shows at Olive Gardens to this day.
Yeah, maybe he plays with that saxophone guy that we heard in one of the previous commercials.
I'm pretty sure that was the rhythm to It Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Oh yeah, it could be, it could be.
I really feel like that was the origin of that sound.
Yeah, if there's any fans out there that want to maybe do an investigation on that one, take the clip, sync it up with the song, and see if that is in fact correct. We'd love to see that. Also, love it if you could, tweet at Olive Garden, send some letters, emails, postcards to Olive Garden, and ask them if we get a follow-up to some of these commercials, because I want to see where these dads are now. I want to see that. It's kind of a sequel.
True, and that'd be great for their new ad campaign. No, I couldn't think of anything else that would get people back into Olive Garden. Not that people aren't in Olive Garden, but as you can tell, these sort of really quality commercials have kind of fallen to the wayside these days. It'd be really nice if they went back to their roots.
Back to the classic formula. It worked every time, and I'd like to see some of the new dads on the block. When you talk about lemon herb chicken, and that's a hyphen, but lemon herb, the herbs are lemon. It's like a new kind of herb.
And he's got the lemon herb chicken thrown around there.
That's the one that's on the move. It's in demand.
That's part of the reason why he needs it back so bad, because it's like the new thing. He's just trying it out. He's always down to try new dishes at his favorite Olive Garden.
And he wants to be the first to try them. He's thinking, what if there's someone else at another table right now who's just chowing down on that lemon herb chicken, and I'm sitting here trying to get my plate back.
Or what if Blue Dad takes some bites and then It's like, ah man, I really missed out. I wanted that first bite. It's all about the first bite.
It is all about the first bite. We don't even know. Do we even know if he's had a bite at that point?
Ooh, I don't know. It looked pretty untouched.
Yeah, it was probably so hot that he was giving it that minute or two. You got to wait for it to cool down.
Right.
You don't want to wait too long.
Yeah.
You don't want to wait too long because it's got to be hot.
Like, I think he knows this whole experience is about coming together, and I think he knows that dish was about the coming together of herbs and lemon.
Into like a new food.
It's that food, that dish was basically a family in of itself, and he wanted to have that experience, and he waited that 1 minute for it to cool down, and he was just waiting to dig in because he doesn't have the easiest life. He has this kid he has to raise. He has 40 hours at the mill. He's got to put in every single week. He really wanted that first bite, and family didn't understand.
You make a great point because he's got that fork, holding it. You can tell he's angling that fork down at the plate. He's thinking about that bite. He's going for it. You see him talk to the dad to his left there, and that's when he gets distracted. He's probably telling him, "Hey, I can't wait to see how great this first bite is about to taste." That's probably what the topic of conversation was.
Do you think Blue Dad was in on the prank, or do you think he was just as surprised?
That's a good point. Watch his body language here.
Because he sort of has a very like, whoa kind of face until the end there, and then he starts laughing.
You think he's just putting that on, or he was really just as surprised? That's the question. What do you think, John?
I feel like he wasn't really paying attention in this exact sequence. He maybe had his mind distracted by other factors. Like he didn't have his food taken. He was still concentrated on his food, I think. And like he was just equally surprised. He was talking with that guy actually too during the moment of the taken. Yeah,
he was probably thinking about. He was probably just being honest, thinking about having a great honest meal at Olive Garden, and then this just incredible prank just happened right before his eyes. Hey, we got to actually put a twist on the show now, a bit of a lemon twist. We're going to go straight out to one of our fan correspondents who has a report for us now on this commercial. So let's do that.
Hey, Nolan. Hey, Pasta Nation. My name is Greg. I'm a super fan of the GardenCast, and I'm here to deliver my my fan correspondent on this Olive Garden commercial. Man, all this food looks good. I might just head to an Olive Garden after looking at all this great food right here. Now, the first time I saw this commercial, I thought that the Green Dad was actually passing the breadsticks to the moms. Because I'm just used to seeing like that. It was like such an excellent pass. It was like it got there. It was really quick. So I assumed that was a breadstick. It took me a little bit to figure out that he was actually pulling a prank on the middle dad right here. Hold on, let's get a nice shot of that again. Should be coming up in a little bit. Oh man, that breadstick does look good though. Maybe I just had breadstick on my mind when I was thinking that. When you hear your family, that's the motto you gotta live by. I would like to see this commercial remade, like a shot-for-shot remake. 'Cause you gotta assume that all these kids are like dads now. So maybe like get like a Steven Spielberg or a Quentin Tarantino to like remake this commercial with like with all these kids that are probably now dads themselves, have their sons or daughters. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just on their shoulder, and just like I think it'd be a nice remake, something that the garden fans would really like. Man, these kids just look really happy. Why wouldn't they? They're at the garden. All right, well, right now I'm gonna take it back to Nolan and Max and John. So guys, take it away.
Wow. Whoa. Oh man, that just blew my mind.
That was like a whole new perspective, It's really great to hear the perspective coming in from the fans.
Yeah, so many points just crammed into those 2 minutes. It was just incredible, and they're all so well thought out, and it's really like nothing I would have even picked up on.
Yeah, that's why we bring in the fans, so we can get that perspective. that we might not even have thought of. What do you think, John?
There's definitely a few points that hadn't really crossed my mind, and he really delved into them into a way where I could start making sense. Like, it didn't just feel like he was stating it, he felt like he was backing it up with evidence. It was pretty good.
And particularly that point towards the end of his analysis, that really resonated with me.
Yeah, definitely. You know, another great point that I don't think we've even covered yet is take a look at that salad dressing. It's coming in. That's like the biggest stream of salad dressing I've ever
they're really
seen.
pouring it on.
They are really pouring that salad dressing
Like, it's
on.
more like a salad soup.
Yeah, I would label that as a gunk shot right there. That was just a overflow of dressing and flavor.
A little overdressed.
A little overdressed, that's for sure.
When you're here with your family, you don't need to dress up when you're with your family.
That's right. I mean, that food just... What can you say about food like
The
that?
shrimp is dripping. There's a pool of...
An absolute pool of dressing.
Pool
there.
of dressing. It looked like it might have been coming out of 2 spouts, even. Who knows?
Yeah, doubling up. I want to talk about this. This. It's not really a toss, but when they pick this kid up here, it's almost a toss. That's an action shot right there. Do you think they had to bring in a stunt double?
You know, I think they did, because I think the real dad probably wouldn't have been able to handle that.
I really think that was not a real kid right there. That was a... I don't know what that was. Maybe there wasn't even like anything there in his hands.
Could have been some kind of CGI thing.
Claymation, possibly.
Claymation, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good point, because they probably didn't have that computer technology back when this commercial was made, but they definitely had clay.
It really makes you think of how much of this commercial is actually just clay.
You're opening up a whole new box with that one.
Speaking of boxes, if you notice the table coming up, you see all this beautiful white wine on the table, and I can just tell by the crystals and the bubbles that it's definitely better than regular old white wine, box wine. Speaking of boxes.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's probably one of those fresh bottles right off the shelves at Olive Garden there.
I definitely say Olive Garden always, they go outside the box.
That's definitely true. Except for when you're boxing up that extra food to take home.
Oh, yeah. Then you gotta go inside.
You gotta go inside the box, but then once you get home, it comes right back out of that box again, because you probably can't even...
You can't wait.
You can't wait till tomorrow.
You only put that food in that box because someone that tagged along was like, they ate too fast because food was too good. And
honestly, you might even start
early.
You might start eating in the
car.
In the car.
Yeah. Take Olive Garden on the road.
Yeah, I might get a little spaghetti sauce on those seats.
Olive Garden road trip while you're driving down the streets of Italy, looking at the olive groves, and you're just chowing down on some shrimp limonello.
It's really the ultimate immersive Olive Garden experience.
I hear that like combining like the taste of Italy, which is about $16.99 right now on special. Combining that with driving in a nice like red Pinot Noir is just the perfect combination, the perfect meal right there.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting why we always see these Olive Garden commercials take place in Olive Garden. Why isn't there ever one that shows after Olive Garden? You know, you box that food up, you take it to go, and then who knows where you go.
Yeah.
It's not called to go home, it's just called to go, so the possibilities are really endless.
Right.
That's why I don't understand the point of all these self-driving cars and all this new legality and congressional interference that we're starting to see these days. I just want to drive, eat my Olive Garden, drink my wine, but then all these new laws are trying to take my driving away from me, so all the cars are self-driving automobiles. I just don't get it. Vote no on Law R792.
John, I gotta say, I think you're looking at this completely the wrong way. With self-driving cars, think of the amount of Olive Garden you could eat compared to how much you would normally be able to eat it when you also had to drive.
But like driving, drinking, and eating Olive Garden is just the ultimate sense overload. You can't concentrate on every single thing, and it all just comes together into a euphoric moment. And Law R792 just is trying to take that away from us by forcing everyone to use self-driving cars.
Yeah, I'm not, I can't speak about that particular law, but I definitely think when you go to Olive Garden, you get in there, you see that sign, you see those plates, you see that lemon twist, and you think, I'm glad this is where I chose to drive my car, and hey, I found a parking spot right by the door.
This is just the government trying to twist our lives again.
Definitely not growing up. These kids are just having such a great time up there, you know?
We're just so excited to go to Olive Garden with the whole family.
Honestly, there's 3 of them. 3 is a pretty good number to form a band. Maybe all 3 of them, launched a musical career together. They're looking over at that kid in the middle thinking, hey, he's pretty good at drumming on top of his dad's head there. Maybe if I learn to play the guitar, I learn to throw down some cool vocals, we could start our own rock band with an Italian influence.
I want to point out a good moment coming up. As the kid gets lifted up, look at the mom in the doorway. Immediately back there.
Full 180 spin. Full 180 degrees.
Just to congratulate that whole maneuver there. Kid.
That was very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, she's on the ball there, As soon as that kid goes up into the air, she's like, I gotta see this.
I mean, that's just how I'm like. That's how I'm like whenever I hear an episode of Friends on TV. I do immediate 180 spin and then just clap. It's that's so good. So I understand where she's coming from, but it was still a very impressive move in the moment.
Yeah, cool that you can bring that kind of personal insight from your own life into this commercial and figure out a way to apply that.
Friends have always felt like family to me.
Hey, at Olive Garden they are.
Oh, man.
You see all these lemons just sitting all around the plates there. It's like they twisted a lot of lemons into this meal.
It's very lemon-centric.
That guy's like, bring me some more lemons and my food back when he does the hand thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's probably the same gesture he uses to ask for more lemons in the whole meal.
I think I want to offer a new take here. Maybe that original dad head drum solo isn't just a for fun drum solo. Maybe it's Dad, this isn't the time to come out to be your bad side. I want you to keep it in right here. Just don't let it out. And then later on, once the dad gets his food taken, it's he's saying, bring it on now. The bad dad is coming out.
Bad dad. Yeah, maybe that's what happened. That's what happened next.
This might not be a happy household we're dealing with here.
Well, I'd say at the very least he's got to be plotting his prank revenge.
True.
Okay.
There's definitely a revenge involved. I don't know if it involves some kind of wacky wine splash.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get his bud somehow. Maybe the classic pull out the chair and someone goes to sit down.
Yeah.
One of them goes to the restroom. And the very, very nice Olive Garden restrooms, always well kept, always with a very fresh scent. Reminds me of the freshwater streams in Italy.
I believe during the time of this commercial that the signature scent of the Olive Garden bathrooms around the world was lemon.
Still could be, honestly, the way they're twisting those lemons around. Hey, great points there. Breaking news, we got to go to a fan correspondent.
Wow.
Who's got some insights for us. So
I cannot wait for
let's check that out now.
Hey Nolan, thanks for the stellar intro. I really appreciate it. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So opinions, perspectives, what I think about this particular piece of artwork. There's a lot, really. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the food. The food is it's beautiful. It's always beautiful. I said this commercial is a work of art, but it's because each individual part is also a piece of art. You look at the light in these shots. Look at that. Those children happy, laughing. They're lit up by the sun. It's beautiful. It's yellow, just like the lemons that they're eating. It's wonderful. This entire this commercial, each individual piece, that food. Look at those lemons. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Can't get enough of it. That sauce, tantalizing. It's too much almost. Well, yeah. So as we get into this a little bit deeper, I wanna bring your attention to the children, because the children aren't really getting as much attention. Towards the end of the commercial, you see, how the adults are wishing that their kids, they're thinking back on their history, and that's a really nice thing. But I think the kids that are kids right now aren't getting as much attention as they normally would. And I'm starting to wonder if that's a message sort of hidden amongst the many goings on of this story. Are these children being neglected? Now, you can say going into the store just like that throw, that toss, that's very clearly endearing, but still, it leaves you to wonder what could actually be going on. So, I mean, that's just one of many perspectives that I've been thinking about. So, thanks, guys. I really appreciate you having me on the show.
Wow, that was stellar.
What a perspective.
Like, we've hashed on a few of those points already, but this viewer feedback, this viewer comment really delved into new ones and into the ones we've already talked about.
Yeah, great job. This fan really took it to the next level in a way that I never even saw coming.
Yeah, no, this person's really insightful. Like, I just gotta say, again, I'm just blown away.
Blown away, absolutely. Well, it's always great to hear from the fans, and hopefully we'll get to do that again soon.
I think with us just talking about it for so long, we've really delved into the male perspective, and with this viewer feedback, we've really seen some good feedback.
Definitely some good feedback.
It's always good to get a different perspective.
Yeah, it's really all about the perspectives when you think about it.
Right.
One thing I found interesting about this commercial, about halfway through, they say that the new meals are perfect for summer.
Oh,
right there.
Perfect for summer.
And so these are some summer-centric dishes.
Yeah, well, they do seem very, refreshing. Very much like you come in out of the heat and you have this zesty, really, lemony.
Yeah.
It really, lightens the spirit.
I'm sweating, man. I've had some kids on my shoulders. I'm out of breath. I just want to twist a fresh lemon right into my mouth to cool down.
Right into the mouth.
It really reminds me of my youth when I would spend hours outside trying to find people to play with me, and then I'd be doing that all day, and so I'd be real hot and sweaty, and I could come home and my stepmom would be there with a nice lemon-crusted, herb-filled chicken that would just cool me down and make me feel all right. And that was just something that meant a lot to me.
Yeah, now they're bringing that back with new dishes from Olive Garden. It's really the same old experience, but with a bit of a twist.
Some twists are good and some are bad. Like when my parents got divorced the first time, that wasn't a good twist, and then the next time it was also not a good twist. But every time I've had lemon twisted food, such as this Olive Garden food demonstrated right here, it's always been a wonderful experience.
You gotta get the right twist, and it's clear that Olive Garden knows how to get all the twists that you're looking for.
And they even let you do a bit of customization there. As you can see, they put lemon wedges on the plate, so if you want a bit more lemon, a bit more kick in there, you just squeeze some of that on there.
Yeah, I wonder if they'd be willing to give you like a half of a lemon, and then you could actually ask them for the lemon twister
utensil. Honestly, they'll probably whoever the waiter or waitress will probably just take the whole lemon and just twist it right into your mouth on request.
Yeah, that's a good request that I think next time you go to the Olive Garden, you let them know.
Yeah, just ask for the lemon twist right in the mouth.
I think they'll do that. Another interesting point is that the middle dad, the one that has his food stolen, he's got a lemon-colored shirt.
Correct.
So that he's a lemon fan. He probably wore it to show his support. To show his support for these new lemon dishes. He's like, give me that back. I'm the lemon guy here. I'm wearing the lemon shirt. I need these lemons.
None of this is to say that he is a lemon of a guy. I'm sure he's great,
He just likes lemons.
He just really likes the whole lemon stuff, and it's his favorite of all time Olive Garden special going on, and so he was really pumped for it.
This is his moment, and they took it away from him, and he's not taking that lightly.
Now he's saying, "Bring it on! Let's hash this out right now, right? Right, guys?"
Absolutely. You know, I think that really sums it up. And you know, we're coming to the end here. Last time through, it's great to see this just one more time. Just check out those lemons. You think about the shrimp limone. The shrimp, we didn't even talk about the shrimp, you know.
It's dripping. It's dripping with limone.
It's that limone is just all over the place. Great to talk about this, and you know, I feel like we've barely scratched the surface.
Oh, for sure.
Now, to scratch that surface a little deeper, we're gonna check in one more time with a fan correspondent.
Hey, this is Greg again, super fan of GardenCast, and I just want to say thanks again for having me on the show, Nolan. I'm a big fan. I'm glad I was able to deliver delicious content for many pasta lovers out there and for the Pasta Nation. I think it's safe to say we all learned a little something from this Olive Garden commercial about dads and fun and just being a family. And that's what the Olive Garden's about, and I'm glad I was able to help out. Thanks for having me.
Wow, that was a great perspective and a great wrap-up. Now, let's check in with one more fan correspondent.
Thanks, Nolan. After, really pondering and considering and thinking about this commercial, I'm going to have to go ahead and say that it is, without a doubt, one of my favorite Olive Garden commercials, or commercials of any kind for that matter. It's really insightful. It gives you things to think about, you know, not just the food. It's not flashy. It's not just, here, eat this food. It's so great. It's so cool. Although it definitely has some elements of that in it. It's more than that. It's a story. It's a journey that you want to go on, you know? And I really appreciate Olive Garden for making commercials like that. It's something that, you know, that's the stuff I like. Well, thanks for having me on the show. See ya.
Now that was a great check-in, a great wrap-up, and altogether, a great finish.
Wow, guys, I think we've heard a lot of great perspectives on today's shows. It's always great to interact with the fans and check out another great Olive Garden commercial. I'd like to get your final thoughts. John, what's your takeaway from all this Olive Garden action?
First, I'd like to say I want to thank all the fans for the great fan art, and I want to see more. That'd be really great. But, again, to summarize how I feel about this commercial, I really like the biblical aspects, of course, that are always present in all Olive Garden commercials. The decor of the room, the general themes of family and family ties, family matters, and the general sitcom vibe of the late and early 90s that are all present in this commercial. You really see a lot of inspiring factors that really make you just want to go to Olive Garden.
That's some great analysis, John. Thanks again for being on the show. Max, what do you think about this experience?
Well, I gotta say, there was a lot of lemon, and I loved every minute of it.
Definitely true. One more item to get to on the agenda. Let's check in with the GardenCast photo gallery.
Wow, can you believe that shirt made it so far to the real birthplace of Olive Garden?
That was a great photo, and it really helps that it was right there in Italy.
Looks straight out of a photography class. It's so good.
Keep sending in your fan photos and your fan art, and we'll talk to you again soon.
See you later, pasta fans.
Catch you later on the casting couch.